When we talk about Chinese food, perhaps one of the dishes that immediately comes to mind is the dumpling. It has an undeniably long history. Dumplings had been excavated from tombs of the Tang Dynasty, which lasted from 618 to 907 AD. Art pieces from earlier times also provided clear evidence that dumplings had long existed in China. This ceramic chef figurine with a dumpling on the cutting board is from the East Han Dynasty, another 400 years before the Tang Dynasty. One story says that dumplings are shaped after ingots, and as jiaozi referred to currencies used in ancient China, dumplings were then named after them. Another claims that the prominent physician Zhang Zhongjing invented the dumplings, originally to prevent frostbites on the ears, so they were made into the shape of an ear and called jiao'er. Anyhow, dumplings persisted as an important dish in China for many centuries. While recipes for its fillings diversified, its appearance remained consistent across dynasties. Dumplings are a central dish to Chinese celebrations, especially the New Year. Families come together and eat dumplings to celebrate the Chinese New Year, wishing for good fortune and prosperity in the coming year. It was also eaten when family members left home. Dumplings signified hopes of reuniting again soon. The feudal monarchy officially came to an end in 1912, and the PRC was established in 1949, embarking on modernization. Despite all the changes, dumplings continue to be a dish that connects families and the Chinese people with their cultural heritages, especially in northern China. This is a photo from 1953 in which a family in Tianjin celebrates Chinese New Year, having dumplings. My mother recalls that families used to be less affluent and meat was not as affordable, so dumplings were not a commonplace food, usually only prepared for Chinese New Year, holidays, and special occasions when family members come together. Having dumplings used to have a more ritualistic sense to it since it was considered as luxury food, but its cultural values and its implications for good luck remain the same today. With technological advances, the modernization and industrialization of food preparation have created more varieties of dumplings and made them accessible in more ways. For example, dumpling restaurants and fast frozen products sold in supermarkets. No longer a dish reserved for special family occasions only, restaurants and sellers still use slogans like the taste of home and mother's recipe to advertise their dumplings. Despite all the conveniences of going to the restaurant or buying a pack of fast frozen dumplings, people still overwhelmingly prefer to make them at home. Making the fillings and wrappers were tedious chores, and entire families would engage in the preparation. As family structures in China increasingly shifted from large extended families to nuclear families, people took advantage of semi-finished products like minced fillings and wrappers sold in supermarkets to adapt tradition to modern lifestyle. With rapid urbanization, many people left their extended families to work in the cities. This led rise to the Chinese New Year rush, in which China witnesses enormous passenger flows across the country every year as people return home to reunite with family members. Travels had significantly decreased by 46.9% from 2019 due to the pandemic. But the New Year rush in 2021 still totaled 8.7 million departures nationally. There was also a 6% increase in dumpling food delivery orders in southern China as many northerners stayed where they were over the New Year. Although modern lifestyle had changed, Chinese people continue to adapt and incorporate tradition into the new ways of life.